Hello everyone. I welcome you all to this video presented by Biotecnika, and today we are going to discuss about the 2026 CSIR NET, the 8th unit strategy. Okay, so today we are going to see a comprehensive roadmap how you can actually get your JRF into your hands and get into different renowned institutes for your PhDs or different kinds of research assistant jobs. Okay, so first of all, let's see the exam mathematics, understanding why depth beats breadth in the CSIR NET 2026 landscape. Okay, so why 8 units? The logic is 80 divided by 20. Okay, in short, we'll say 80 by 20 logic. So the CSIR NET exam is designed for choice. It is not designed for exhaustion or any kind of tiredness. Okay, if you are just going to focus your 8 important units, you can optimize your preparation for your part C questions, okay, which is the main part to score. So the part C math is you just need to answer 25 questions out of the given 75 questions. And if you cover your 8 units very nicely, very properly, you can easily opt for 45 questions. Okay. So the strategy depth here is mastery of 8 units is going to ensure that you can tackle analytical as well as experimental questions with 100% accuracy. Why? Because CSIR also holds negative marking. Please remember that you're not just going to attempt any question and risk your marking, right? So, thirdly, is your time efficiency. 13 units leads you to become as a jack of all trades but master of none. Okay, you are trying to focus on all the units, but actually you are not actually studying the in depth of each unit. So 8 units will build you a JRF winning expert. Okay, so first unit that you need to focus are units 1, 2 and 3. Why? Because they are the foundation units. They are going to focus on your biochem, your cell biology and molecular biology, which focuses on a wide range of questions in your CSIR. You need to focus on your amino acids, your enzymes, your bioenergetics, which are very, very essential for your part C. Your key topics such as cell cycling, your organelles, membrane transport. From your molecular biology, you need to study replication, transcription, translation, which are high yielding repeater topics. In every year, you will see at least 2 questions from these topics itself. Okay. So, next topics which you need to focus are your analytical units, which are units 4 and 8. So, where students lose most of the marks is due to the conceptual depth. For JRF, these are your rank boosters. Unit 4, what does it contain? It contains your communication, your cell communication part, which will lead you to study your signaling pathways, your immunology related topics, which are all conceptual based. Okay. Unit 8 is purely your genetics. Genetics you should never miss because these are the questions, the topic which is going to give you conceptual depth questions. Okay, technique based, experimental based questions. So your 2026 insight is what? Expect more cross unit questions combining your cell signaling along with your cancer biology. So you have to study in that way that you combine your knowledge. You just can't think, okay, this topic I'll leave it here, let me move on to the next topic. No, science, life science is that everything is connected. Living organism is a whole system, so you have to study by connecting dot to dot studies. Okay, so this is your insight for 2026 preparation. Now what you need to study next? Ecology and evolution, which are your easy marks. Ecology and evolution questions are mostly asked in your CSIR part C, unit 10, unit 11. Okay, which involves your population growth curves, Lotka Volterra and island biogeography. Unit 11 is your evolution part, which involves your Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, speciation and molecular evolution. What is your strategic tip? These units are less jargon heavy and easier to revise during the final month. You don't actually need to mug up everything. If you read properly, it is just going to be very easy for you to tackle those questions in your CSIR. So, techniques and general aptitude. Techniques, which is unit 13, you need to focus on your microscopy skills, chromatography skills, your rRNA, DNA techniques, and part A, which is your general aptitude test. So, here you need to target 20 to 25 marks here, because LS, that is your lectureship, and your JRF can be missed only by few points. So try to practice as many aptitude questions as you can. Focus on your graphical analysis, logical reasoning, and basic probabilities. Okay. So part 2 is your strategic execution. Transforming your 8 unit knowledge into a successful 2026 result. So how you're going to do that? You have to convert your knowledge, your 8 unit knowledge, into your successful 2026 result to get your GRF into your hands. Okay. So, what is the roadmap? In 6 months, you have to prepare for, just think, not a year, 6 months is in your hands. Okay. Because CSIR is usually happening twice a year, maybe in the month of June and then conducted in the month of December. So you need to think that I have just 6 hands in my hands, and we have to get that CSIR into our resume, right? So a structured approach ensures that you cover your selected units without feeling overwhelmed by the clock. You need to have a proper timetable. Months 1, 2, 3, you start building your conceptual topics such as unit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Detailed studies need to be done here. In months 4 and 5, just 2 months cover your 10, 11, and 13 units, where you have to start solving your aptitude questions as well. And in last month, you just need to revise. Just revise your 15 full length mock tests you should practice for your pure revisions. Score targets for your GRF ranking is what? Part A aptitude, you should score at least 15 out of 20. Part B, 35 out of 50. Part C, you have to target 25 questions out of 75 questions. And targeted correct questions are 10, 25, and 20. Okay. So mostly you need to get 55 questions correct to get your JRF in your hands. So cutoffs for JRF usually hover between 110 to 125 marks. And 150 marks is a top rank buffer. Imagine. So if you can score this many marks itself, imagine your ranking. Alright. So Part C, tracking complex questions. Experimental logic, read the control groups first. Part C often asks the most logical conclusion from a given graph or plot. So the answer mostly lies in the question itself. Okay, that is the trick. Just try to do the elimination method. Maybe you don't know all the 4 options, but you know that 2 options are not correct. So why not eliminate them and then think properly for the correct one? Data interpretation. So unit 13, as I have told you, they are all technique based questions. So they are very data heavy questions. Practice gel reading images and spectroscopy graphs daily. How you can actually interpret your data. Try to read research papers, okay, from your Google Scholars or from NCBI or PubMed, and precision over quantity. Better to leave a question than guess. If in 20 seconds you cannot think of an answer, you think that this question is out of your league, just leave it instead of guessing, because it will cost you a negative marking only. Part C has a very heavy -1 mark penalty. Even one wrong answer can cost you your GRF as well. Okay. So your part 2 GRF for 2026 is consistency is the key. It is not only for your CSIR, it is also for your GATE as well, it is for your DBT as well, it is for your all competitive examination. The 8 unit strategy works only if you achieve 95% mastery in those units. You have to be master in that. You have to be a doctor in that. Okay, as we say, doctors, they know their topic best. So you have to get a doctorate degree in all those 8 units. Okay, so start today, stick to the roadmap, and join the elite top 1% of lifeline sciences researchers. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Mastery is the result of focused effort on few, not diluted effort on many. So good luck for 2026 students. Thank you very much.